With a lot of pride, my guest today is Arun Nayar, a doyen of the hotel industry and a director with several established firms nationally. Arun, welcome to Candid with Karl.
Karl, what a pleasure to be here today. And you as a doyen of the pageant as well as the events industry. And I think today, the pageants you conduct all over India, they are absolutely as good as the global pageants. And kudos to you and Anjana for making this happen.
Warmest thanks, Arun. I was going to carry on this conversation, but after this great eulogy, I think let's stop right here. But if I could take you back, 54 years? Let me get a brief insight into your tenure as a hotel prodigy.
Well, the journey started in 1968 from a kid, 18-year-old kid, to just a 75 years youngster.
Wow.
I would say a child. I still consider myself 18 years old.
And you still look like one.
It's been a great journey, and I've had the privilege of really starting right from the grassroots and working my way up right till the top.
Right.
What a journey it's been, and what an industry the hospitality industry
Arun,
is.
as a little sharing, many years back, I was a youngster who started his first job at the Oberoi.
Oh, wow.
And in Bombay. And my dream at that time was to become eventually a general manager, which is why when I met you for the first time, you're somebody I really looked up to.
No, absolutely. I mean, and Oberoi, of course, it's one of the finest
Hotel chains.
and
both nationally and
professional.
internationally, yes.
Fantastic place.
Yes. And Arun, we had a saying, like a placard across various sections of the Oberoi, the guest is always right. What is one of the things, or maybe a couple of insights that the hotel industry has shown you?
You see, one thing is very clear. Why do people come to hotels? Because they need a place to stay, to eat, and to really have a good time and create memories. Right. So we try to recreate their home in the hotels, give them everything they want. And yes, we do follow the credo, the guest is always right. And we do give the guest all the best.
Wow. Only the best is good enough for the guest. Arun, you are a brand in your own right. How do you carry both Arun Nayar and whichever brand you happen to get associated with forward?
So it's very simple. You see, the brands may be many,
Correct.
but frankly, the hotel industry is the same.
Right.
If you are a thorough professional, you do things professionally. Brands don't matter. It's your leadership, what you bring to the table, and how you go about it with a humane touch.
So, which brings me then to what is leadership?
Leadership means leading from the front, being a person who is a mad person.
Right. And what is mad? Because the only mad I know goes back to Mad comics, which I used to read as a child.
Okay, this is a phrase I've coined,
Right.
which is quite famous in all the teams I've worked with.
Right.
So when you say, make yourself mad and make everybody mad,
Right.
and everyone is so, suddenly taken aback, oh my God, what is going to happen now?
Correct.
So basically what mad means to me is make a difference. Mad is make a difference, and the only way you can make a difference is by doing everything the right way and the best way.
And having made a difference to over 100,000 professionals across the country, you're probably the maddest person I know, which means you've definitely made a difference to various lives.
So you've heard of the Pied Piper?
Yes.
Well, so at times, if you look back, you feel you were the Pied Piper and everyone...
Only instead of the pipe, you were leading with the tie.
Yeah.
So
that's there.
Yeah, fantastic. In life, you're always driven by a mission which you see after your vision formulates.
That's correct.
What is your mission and vision statement?
So it's very simple. In today's world, it is very funny, Karl. Everybody has a vision and mission statement for their organizations.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
And what they're supposed to do.
In fact, many a times, Arun, they don't even know what that is.
Absolutely.
You know, they've read it and heard it somewhere, but they don't follow it.
Because the bosses have told them this
Correct.
is the vision and mission statement of this. For me, the most important thing is
Right.
I wrote down my vision and mission statement at the age of 30 years.
Wow.
And I update it almost every quarter.
Every quarter?
Every quarter.
Wow. Not even once a year?
Not even once a year.
Wow.
Because one thing is very clear. As you go up the ladder,
right,
in terms of where you are,
mm-hmm.
in terms of professionalism,
right,
you need to keep on reaching a new realm.
Correct.
And you need to keep on redefining your vision and mission statement.
Right.
So I was very clear.
Right.
I made 4 very clear vision and mission statements for my life.
Right.
Live life to the full.
Okay.
Right. Be disciplined.
2. Yes.
Stand out. Right. And make a name for yourself.
Make a name for yourself.
And when this youngster of 30 years started this vision, I can proudly say today
that all 4 have been...
All 4 are achieved. And now I am planning to maybe write 4 more.
Wow. And talking, Arun, about climbing the ladder, this beautiful line I once read: be nice to people on your way up. You'll meet them on the way down. Which means it talks about humility, which is, I think, one of the other essences of the 4 tenets you just spoke about.
So there's a very interesting anecdote to this. If you are afraid of heights,
right,
don't climb up.
Wow.
Because when you fall down, you'll not survive.
Oh.
So it's the same thing.
Right.
And it makes so much of sense what you said, Karl.
Yes.
In today's world,
right,
I think eventually it's the team that performs.
Correct. And I think, Arun, to add to this, we always talk of a mountain called Everest, not realizing that there are several peaks in our life on a daily basis that need to be conquered.
Absolutely. And you see, Mount Everest of your life, forget the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Every human being is actually got on the path to conquering Mount Everest, which they have built.
Wow.
Which they have built in their own minds. So either they feel, oh, it's very difficult to reach there, or they say, wow, that's quite easy.
Right.
Step by step. Those are we call it the ladder.
Yes.
So the ladder is step by step. If you try to climb 3 steps at a time,
right,
you're back to square one.
You're back to square one.
That's
the treadmill effect.
Absolutely.
You keep running, but you remain at the same place.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. In Japan, the big, massive guys are called sumo wrestlers.
Yep.
In your term, Arun, what is sumo?
Sumo, if you look at a sumo wrestler, big, huge guys, chubby guys,
right?
But how long does the fight last?
Yeah.
Hardly any time.
Right.
They come with the belly, tongue, and it's
yes,
over.
You're knocked off.
So there's a big message.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, move on. And that means don't procrastinate. Get the job done.
Yes.
That's sumo for me.
Procrastination is the bane of most people's growth.
True.
Because it's the one impediment that stops them from reaching where they ought to have.
Absolutely.
They just keep putting off till tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And shut up, move on, sumo is a fantastic analogy.
Yeah, but it's not only for the team, it's for you as well.
Absolutely. Everything must stem from within.
It starts
and everything
from
gravitates from where you are.
True. Absolutely.
The essence of life is learning and then getting developed. How important is L and D, Arun?
It's very simple. You see, learning also, it's very interesting. As time goes by, for example, if you had gone to a university,
right,
20 years back,
yeah, you go there to master a subject or subjects.
The curriculum then and the curriculum now has totally changed.
Correct.
So learning also means unlearning,
Relearning,
upskilling, and staying relevant.
correct.
So these are the four most important things
Right.
which I think learning and development really
Absolutely.
needs
Absolutely.
to focus on.
Yes. There was no internet when you and me grew up.
Absolutely.
So we all had to learn how to survive and upscale in a world when this exploded.
So this is the interesting part. Not only there was no internet, there were no mobiles.
There were no mobiles. Yes.
There was only the landlines.
Yes. Yes.
And
the rotodial phones.
absolutely. And so it was, you see, this is what I'm saying, that that was probably a much, much better time.
Right.
Wherein if you see the rock solid leaders,
Right.
who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s maybe,
Right.
those were the people who really made the groundwork
Yes.
and the foundation for what India is today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, in most, like you talk of the foresight of your forefathers, several times if one were to talk about, you inadvertently meet the right person that guides you.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to a question I'm extremely fond of, which is mentorship.
Yeah.
What is a good mentor?
See, a good mentor is one thing who really, it starts with mentoring the right people,
Right.
who have the right attitude and who want to be mentored.
Right. So is a teacher a mentor, or can a mentor be a teacher?
A teacher may not necessarily become a good mentor.
Right.
A mentor is a person not only with deep knowledge about what is the subject that is going to be mentored,
Right.
but what is it that the pupil,
Yeah.
I'm using the word pupil here
Right.
for a reason,
Right.
the person who is to be mentored, what is lacking which needs to be sharpened there?
What is lacking that needs to be sharpened, right?
That is very clear.
And that is what he or she determines for you. Or you determine yourself.
Partly. You see,
Okay.
a good mentor
Right.
can see through a person.
Right.
You can understand what needs improvement.
Correct.
And mentorship is not about one-upmanship.
Mhm.
It's all about being absolutely, focused on what really needs to be corrected.
Highlighted that.
Highlighted, corrected, and also what really needs to be improved.
Right.
And how do you take the person to the next level?
Wow.
That is mentorship.
So a teacher teaches the subject. A mentor enhances your life.
Absolutely. That's very correct.
Wow. In life, many a times you have this 180-degree approach, which means you see across in front of you, and then you're driven to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Frequently, Arun, that is only the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely.
What is your philosophy?
My philosophy is I always believe in the 360 degrees approach. Because 180 degrees approach means you are really seeing what is visible.
What is above the surface?
What is above the surface.
Right.
But results come only when you go deep into the roots.
Wow.
And so I have adopted a 360 degrees approach in my life also,
Right.
and in whatever I do. And the results have been phenomenal.
Wow. In this world today of duplicity and plagiarism, how important is originality?
I think if you really want to be a good leader, a good human being, and really stand out, you need to be original. And today, in today's world, unfortunately, the social media, the artificial intelligence, people are just getting carried away by that. And they're losing their originality. They just go to Chat GPT, whatever is written, they just copy that, put it on this. And it is so evident when you're reading it that where has that content come from or what's really going on.
Right.
So I have seen the most successful people are the people who really are original in their thinking, in what they do. And I have made sure that when it comes to any kind of things which can influence my way of living or thinking, I give it no credence at all. It's zero credence for that. Maybe you could be inspired
Correct.
but if you are influenced by it, it's a disaster. And unfortunately, the younger generation...
They say imitation is the best form of flattery, But sadly today, everybody's just imitating.
Absolutely. It doesn't work out.
Right.
Where is the next revolution really going to come from?
Correct.
If it's going to come from the machines and the robots,
You can just shut now.
absolutely.
But one of the lines which is beautifully encompasses this, Arun, is the whole thing about being original. You have to be odd to be number one.
Absolutely.
So I think what you just said, this actually encapsulates in essence that if you don't stand out from a crowd,
Absolutely.
you remain part of the herd.
Not only that, you see, the point is, it's what you think about yourself. Karl, it's very important.
Right.
I,
What you yourself, how you perceive yourself.
yes.
Right.
So today, if we really look in the world, what's happening? Relationships are so disturbed. Every continent, every country,
Every family.
every age group.
Right.
I mean,
Marriages don't last. Everybody's by the wayside. You're
So you
constantly
look at
warring with
what's
your
up.
parents.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the important thing is, because your relationship with yourself is not very good, you don't hold yourself in high esteem, your values, your internal values are not okay. But if you look around and look at the happy families and see what's different, your relationship with yourself is perfect. Every relationship is perfect. And that's true. That's how it happens.
So you must internalize
Absolutely.
before you can externalize.
So it's very important, you see. If you really want to develop yourself and literally experience life
Right.
in all phases to the optimum, relationships are the most important aspect. They are the anchors. They are the anchors which really ground you.
Right.
And if a ship is without an anchor, and if there is a hurricane blowing,
It sinks. Absolutely.
it'll sink.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So I strongly feel that if you invest time in connecting to yourself, connecting to your core,
Right.
none of your relationships are ever going to fail.
So beautifully put, Arun. So beautifully put, because in this mad need to ape others and to acquire a house or a car, which may be beyond your means, but just to impress somebody else. We are caught up in this madness of living for others rather than living for ourselves. And you beautifully put, it's only when you internalize and introspect
Absolutely.
can you externalize and grow.
It's very true.
Right.
I was reading this book by Robin Sharma,
Right.
The Things Wealth Cannot Buy.
Wow.
And you see, the sad part today is people are looking for bigger bungalows, I want to have the sleekest cars, I
Right.
want to have the best of everything.
Right.
And they're not happy
Yes.
because they're only trying to impress somebody else.
Because once you acquire that piece of material, you want something more.
Absolutely. And believe me, if you are happy, happiness is not for purchase.
Ooh, wow.
You just cannot buy happiness.
Right.
You could go with $1 million and say, I want to have happiness. Go to each and every store in the world. The happiness is only when it comes from within. Nobody can create the happiness but you.
Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you seek it, the more it eludes you. But when you turn your mind to other things, it comes and softly sits on your shoulder.
Now, as a poet, I've got two lines I'd like to say there.
Yes.
निकल पड़ा सुकून की तलाश में,
Right.
कहीं ना मिला सुकून.
Right.
इधर उधर भटकता रहा सुकून की तलाश में,
Right.
कहीं ना खरीदने के लिए मिला सुकून. एक दिन मिला सुकून रास्ते में बैठा हुआ, बोला भूल गया मुझे मेरे रास्ते में अब तू आता नहीं, कैसे मिलेगा तुझे सुकून जब खुद से तू जुड़ पाता नहीं.
Such an accomplished person, Arun, that I believe you're also a philosopher. How do you nourish the 24 hours in the day?
Well, it's very simple. Karl, a very, very interesting question. You see, I have a philosophy called the 24 empty containers.
24 empty containers.
Every day has 24 hours. That's never going to change a single day in our life.
Correct?
And the interesting part is every day we wake up, all the 24 containers are lying unturned.
Ooh. Right.
and
waiting to be turned, upturned, and filled.
so what you do when you upturn them, or if you upturn them, that's what becomes your life. Because the containers which have not been upturned stay empty. And at some stage in your life, that emptiness will creep in. You cannot fill today's unturned container tomorrow. A lot of people say, "Arey yaar, ye kal kar lenge." No.
So each upturned container becomes your life retainer.
Absolutely. So it's very simple. For example, if you say that, okay, if you are lucky, you sleep 8 hours in a day,
Right?
right?
If you're lucky, yes.
If you are lucky,
Yes.
because in today's world, sleep is
It's tough.
it's quite
Right.
So, assuming 8 containers are upturned with sleep, filled with sleep, 16 containers, what are you doing into that? Your entire life. You see, when you look back at a later stage, it's like a mirror saying, you did this, that's why these results you're seeing. You didn't do that. And
That's why you haven't seen the results.
whether it's relationships,
Right.
whether it's, connecting to yourself, whether it's your fitness goals, your wellness goals, your professional goals. You see, all the containers, how many you fill with what
Right.
becomes your life. And this is the truth.
Right.
And maybe at a later stage in life, when you introspect, and the containers you left unfilled
Right.
or unturned,
Right.
the regrets, maybe bad health, maybe
Right.
bad relationships,
Right.
maybe not successful in life, it's because you did not do justice to those containers,
Right.
the way they were supposed to.
And there are several times in life, in each of our lives, where you come across an obstacle. How do you overcome life's obstacles?
So it's very simple. Do you get stuck on it?
Right.
We must understand, that's my philosophy again as a
Right.
philosopher. When you are in a car,
Right.
you are at the steering wheel, you are in control. You're going at a speed of 100 kilometers and enjoying it,
Correct.
right?
Right.
Suddenly a pothole appears.
Right.
And the vehicle,
You're forced to brake or
you brake or slow down,
Correct.
and you say, "Arey, everything was going smooth. Look at this pothole."
Right.
You go a little further, you are again going at 100 and there's a hump. So you slow down. These are all opportunities to get off autopilot and really come to terms of the reality.
Wow.
And the universe, this is universe way of reaching out to you. Get off your autopilot. You are not seeing things which are maybe not okay or not going right. You are not paying any attention to them. So that's why the universe comes in and gives you these bumps or potholes in your life. But don't get stuck on that. See, there is a learning.
And I'm constantly look ahead.
Look ahead.
Because that's why I guess your windshield is so large while your rear view mirror is this tiny.
Not only that, if you really see, if your windscreen is foggy,
Right.
and it's got a lot of grime and dirt on that,
Right.
all you have to do is press
Press
the
your
button, let the water flow, have your
Wipers.
on.
Yes.
So those wipers are exactly what life sends you as obstacles. Every obstacle, right? It's not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new journey.
And obstacles are just a bend. Definitely not the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Arun, in life, whether you are an individual or a working professional, there's a lot of uniformity. We do as we do because that's how we've been told to do. What is your philosophy on this?
My philosophy is very clear that when it comes to whether it's in the corporate world or it's for yourself, Karl, the important thing is when it comes to activities,
Right.
That's what we all do.
Correct.
So there are some current activities which we have gone into the habit of doing continuously.
Right.
Are they needed today?
Right.
So maybe we need to stop doing those activities.
Eliminate them.
Eliminate them because they are serving no useful purpose now. And we need to really pause and then we need to really
Reset the button, as it were.
reset the button, start doing some activities which are required now in the current scenario. So,
So you mean focus on the now?
focus on the now. The past is gone. Future is not totally in your hands. And so I've got a lot of interesting philosophies which
Please share. She says.
so it's very interesting, you see. In today's world, we plan a lot for tomorrow, right?
Everything you do is actually governed by tomorrow.
So we are governed by, in the process, we lose today.
Right.
To planning for tomorrow, we don't understand that yesterday was the today we planned for, and the tomorrow is something we are not promised. So when we are not promised tomorrow, that doesn't mean don't do the planning, but don't forget your today, focusing on tomorrow. And the most important thing is do it today.
Yes.
I call it, you see, in my team, I'm known as the Mr. D.I.T.
D.I.T, which stands for
Do it today.
wow.
Do it today means, for God's sake, don't leave it for tomorrow. What are you doing today? If you have the time to do it today. And D-I-N, din, do it now. Do it today, do it now.
Don't wait. Don't wait for Raat.
Then the third is, after doing that, wow.
Super. Teamwork is the essence of growth, whether personally or professionally. How do you get a team to achieve the best?
Karl, that's an interesting question. I think the way to do it is create a single heartbeat in the entire team. What that means is, let there be a common vision. Your vision, the team's vision is one.
Right?
The team's action is the same.
Oh, very nice. Just rephrase that again.
I said, create a single heartbeat in the entire team. So you as the leader,
Right?
your heartbeat has to resonate as the heartbeat of every team.
Wow.
When that happens, you have a single vision, everyone. Nobody thinks differently. So,
A single vision that drives you towards a common
single vision, single mission, and the team spirit. Look at what our women's cricket team did.
Absolutely.
I tell you, and if you look at their life stories, what they've gone through, and they said, we will be the number one. And they have stood to be the number one. So similarly, I feel, and that team had a single heartbeat.
They did.
And that's what I feel.
And Arun, with that same analogy, the essence of that heartbeat was Amol Mazumdar, a guy who was a child prodigy,
Absolutely.
supposedly the next Tendulkar, who never really got his chance. But he didn't allow that to hold him back. He strove, despite not getting what could have been perceived as a test cap.
Absolutely.
Today, he is a world champion. And he's galvanized the team and given them that heartbeat that you talked of to make them strive towards a common goal.
True, absolutely. So it's not easy.
Right.
It's not difficult.
Right.
All it needs is commitment. That's what it is.
Arun, when you joined an organization, whenever somebody joins any new place, he is only interested, or the company is only interested in his C.T.C, which is cost to company. How do you define C.T.C?
Well, for me, C.T.C means something else.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, absolutely. So C.T.C, while broadly what you have said is correct.
Right.
To me, as a leader, it means cut the crap.
Wow.
So you see the point, C.T.C, cut the crap means
Right.
get on what needs to be done.
Correct.
Stop thinking about anything else. Get the results in place.
Wow.
That is cut the crap.
Wow. And eventually, if you cut the crap, your C.T.C will definitely be enhanced.
Because the bottom line says it all.
Arun, when you look at you, it's very tough to determine your actual age. It's because of your philosophy. What is it?
It's very simple. I still feel I'm a 16-year-old kid, you know.
And you certainly look it.
So my philosophy of life is age is only a number,
Right.
and you don't age. What are your thoughts? You see, if you are living life in a positive manner, you don't age.
Yes. Yes.
Your cells do not age
Correct.
because they listen to your subconscious. So what are you feeding your subconscious? I feed it all the vitamins in the world, not the bottled ones. These are the vitamins of my positive thoughts.
Like my blood group has always been B positive.
Same as mine. So two be positive people.
And when you talk of being 16, Arun, my favorite song is 18 Till I Die.
Fantastic.
Arun, this episode of Candid with Karl has been my most fascinating one ever.
Thank you, Karl.
Simply because when I met you first 25 years ago, and I looked up to you as wanting to become at that time a general manager, I didn't realize 25 years later I'd learn even more from you. So, I mean, I'm just blown away by the sharings we both had.
It's been a great time with you, Karl, and I must really compliment you on your energy and the way you've taken Diva Pageants to different heights and nationally now an icon of the industry. Fantastic. What a pleasure it's been.
And Arun, as we close, I know you're a very accomplished poet, and poetry is very close to my heart. Please share with us one of your gems.
Okay, I'll try to make up something on the spur of the moment.
Wow.
I'll try to just give me about 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah.
जैसे बना लो वैसे बन जाती है जिंदगी, जैसे बना लो वैसे बन जाती है जिंदगी, चाहे गम को खुशी बना लो, चाहे गम को खुशी बना लो, या खुशी को गम बना लो, जैसे बना लो बन जाती है जिंदगी। मैंने चुना है अपना रास्ता फूलों की ओर, कांटों से अब रिश्ता रखता नहीं। मैंने चुना है अपना रास्ता फूलों की ओर, कांटों से अब रिश्ता रखता नहीं। चुनी है रोशनी अब अंधेरों की ओर चलता, चुनी है रोशनी अब अंधेरों की ओर चलता नहीं। दुनिया है रंग बिरंगी, मैं भी बन गया रंग बिरंगी। दुनिया है रंग बिरंगी, मैं भी बन गया।
Wow, Arun, wow. And you said kabhi kushi, kabhi gum, which is part of life. And sadly, most of us don't realize that learning to wear a smile is the essence of life.
Absolutely.
Which is why I'd like to share something, which is a poem about smiling.
Great.
Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I walked around the corner. Someone saw me grin. When he smiled, I realized I'd passed it on to him. I thought about the smile, then realized its worth. A single smile like mine can travel around the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it unattended. Just start an epidemic and leave the world infected.
So let's get the world infected on मुस्कुराहटों से भर दो.
Wow!